everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I'm here to test out the BeautyBay Youtopia palette. This has actually been out for quite a while. I think it's been out for a good couple of months, but I picked it up over the weekend because BeautyBay were having like a birthday discount, which was I believe 40%. And then on Sunday, if you had the app, there was an email that was sent around that was saying you can get extra 10% off. So I thought I would take advantage of that. I do have the hall pass, which is like next day delivery. So I got this on Monday basically. I haven't filmed in like a few days, but I really want to try this out because if you haven't seen this palette before, it's really gorgeous. It's a lot of kind of pastel-esque shades, which is not really up my street, but I just really wanted to try this palette. And I picked up a couple of other things as well that I'm going to be using today. And yeah, this is basically almost a full face of BeautyBay apart from like 3 or 4 products that BeautyBay don't actually hold. So I'm going to go in with the eyes first because I've got mascara tape on. So I'm going to go with my eye base because although I believe these could be really pigmented, I really want to give it just like some extra oomph because why the hell not? We can always do with a bit of extra oomph. So yeah, I got the palette is originally £10 and I got it for I guess technically £5 to be honest, and that made me very happy. There was actually the sale. I think it was probably for about a week. And the whole time I was just sitting on it and I was like, you know what, I don't need to buy it anymore. Don't need to buy any more palettes. I have enough BeautyBay palettes essentially. But I just kept on looking at it and I was like, I really want to get it. I love this outer packaging. It's just really stunning. You do get 10 shades. No, is it 8? No, it's 8. I can't count. So yeah, you get 8 shades. I had a look at a couple of reviews online, but nothing really that stood out. I watched like BeautyBay's official video, but they just did a really over-the-top look with some butterflies, and I'm not going to do that because I don't have the time, I don't have the talent. But yeah, let's just start off with this, with the palette, and see how we go. I also have one of the eyeshadow toppers that I've had for a while, mainly because this whole palette is all matte shades, so I do want to add a bit of pop, so I will be using this afterwards. And I'll show you guys after what I picked up as well, just because I'm not going to use everything. So I'm going to start off with Serene, which is a dark like aubergine purple, and I'm going to put that in my usual kind of crease just to start everything off. And there's a lot of kickback already. Yeah, that's a lot. I literally just like dipped it in, but I've heard that this is like, these are because they're pressed pigments, they might be a bit more kind of sensitive, but I guess I'm just going to be very careful with how these work. So let's give this a go. I mean, straight away it's extremely pigmented. I do want this purple to be very popping. So I think I almost nearly have everything that BeautyBay has released. I don't have their primer. They do have this primer that's in the shape of a stick. I'm not that big of a fan of like primers on sticks, but maybe I'll pick it up one day. They do also have a black eyeliner that I don't have, and they also have lashes. I was tempted to pick up some lashes, but I was like, you know what, I have so many lashes that I don't use already. I'm just gonna tap off any excess. And if I buy any more, they're just gonna be sitting there. And what I might start doing with some of them is like just cutting them in half, because the half lashes seems to be a bit more my type of thing recently. So yeah, but yeah, that is the first shade. It's definitely much darker in the pan than it is on the eye. That's not always an issue unless you're looking for that specific shade to go on your eye, but sometimes you might have to build it up quite a bit. But so far it's looking really nice, so don't have any issues with that shade. I'm now going to go in with the next shade, which is called Dreamland, which is very light purple, so it's going to obviously be the next one within the spectrum for the purple, and again this has a lot of fallout. You need to be so careful. Like that's a lot of fallout for a palette. And we're just going to bring that next to it, and I'm going to blend them in together. That's very nice. It's a very that's a very popping purple. It's a very light shade. Just tapping it. I mean, I'm obviously starting on my eyes today, because if there's any fallout, it will obviously just go on my lid, but there doesn't seem to be any fallout on my face, which is fine. Because you would really hope that if there was a lot in the pan, that it would just start falling down. But I haven't gone too crazy packing it on my eyes, because they do seem pretty pigmented anyway. I like the way that this is looking. Yeah, I know it's very like harsh line into each other, but I will blend them in a moment. Yeah, the only issue I'm having so far is so much fallout, like an unnecessarily amount of fallout. And I am going to be using, like I mentioned, a couple of other things as well. I've got like my usual blush and highlighter and my bronzer, which I'm going to hope to use in the correct way, because I seem to have not yet grasped how to work a bronzer properly, but alas, we learn. Okay, so yeah, that's the second shade, and so far it's working really nicely. I might just blend them in together just to kind of give a bit of an extra feel to it, so it's not, like I said, too harsh. And this is just a clean brush basically, but this is mostly the ones that I've used so far are BeautyBay brushes that I got on their website, because they have some wonderful brushes. Okay, that's looking really good, really nice. I'm kind of about that, having that harsh purple line. For some people it might be too much, but I just really like the way that it looks, to be honest, even though when I take off the sellotape it'll be like really harsh, but I'm all about that. So I feel like maybe going in slightly with this blue, and then maybe using the topper to kind of finish everything off, just because after that purple there's not any other shades that I would really go to. So I'm just going to take this on the corner and just blend it upwards, and just blend just blend it in together. And again, this blue is very pigmented. It is again has a lot of fallout. As soon as you just like pop your brush in, it just is like, nope, we're leaving. But yeah, I thought I'd just blend this in together, because that blue does make it quite like, yeah, just really not out of place, but just a bit popping, which is okay. We're up for experimenting on this channel, even though sometimes we might not always get it, but I do like this blue. I'm going to go back in with that blending brush and just blend them together. I actually want to mention, in my last video, in case anyone watched it, when I watched it back, I noticed that there was a lot of noise with my fan, and I want to apologize for that, just because I mention it so much, but when I open my window, it's so noisy outside, and because the weather's been really like hit and miss in London, I always try to have my fan on, because I do tend to sweat a lot, and I like to have my fan just to kind of keep me going, but I never realized how loud it was in my last video, so I want to apologize for that if it got on anyone's nerves, because it got on my nerves when I was watching it back. But yeah, I don't have my fan on today, so I just wanted to mention it and apologize. So yeah, that is that. Okay, this is looking really nice. I know this blue does look weird, but I think the more that you blend it into this purple, I think it actually looks really nice. I'm now gonna stop with the palette, and I'm going to go in with this eye topper. So this is in the shade, it's probably on there. Let's have a look. I've had this for a while as well, but this is in the shade Air, and I have mentioned before that these remind me of the Colourpop Super Shock shadows, and they really do. This is kind of like a nice duochrome, so I'm just going to, where should I put it? I kind of feel like putting it in the middle, just in the middle of the lid, and I'm just going to use my finger because I don't feel like a brush would give it much justice. But wow, that's stunning. Okay. All right. I'm happy with that. Wow. Oh, perfect. I like this. I'm liking this look. Oh, okay. I really like this today. This is so good. Okay, so I'm actually going to go off camera now, and I'm going to put on my base because, again, I don't have any BeautyBay bases. And then I'm going to clean up just a little bit, and when I come back we're going to get into the blush, highlighter and everything. Okay, I'm back. So now let's go on to bronzer. So I have the shade Beach, and I've used this once or twice on my channel before, just because, again, I do try a lot of BeautyBay products because they're so damn good. And yeah, we're just gonna bronze up a little bit because yeah, I still need to go to those masterclasses of bronzing, so I never really know what I'm doing apart from knowing that I need to like chisel out my cheeks because it's just the moon basically. When I wear makeup I'm just like, yep, I'm just a massive circle. But we are going to just see what we can do. I don't want to be too harsh, and this is the lightest shade as well because they have quite a nice selection of shades, but I wanted to go for the lightest because, again, I don't want to go too dark because then I'll mess up and not know what I'm doing. And yeah, it's just really nice. It's really easy to put on, and that's what I think I like about their products, is that you don't have to try too hard to get any pigment or to get any kind of blending going. So right, that's it for that because I will go overboard. So let's go on to blush, and this blush and highlight are ones that I use all the time because I only have these ones. This is in the shade Blossom, and this is a nice shimmery one if you haven't ever seen it before, but it's really nice and it's so cute and pigmented. And I thought I would go on the apples of my cheeks today because it's been a while since I've done that. So I'm really loving the eyes today. I'm really shocked that I actually managed to get some look out of it. So yeah, and then the highlighter is in the shade Beam. So this is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. It is just absolutely pigmented, absolutely just stunning. It will always be one of my favorites. I'd probably always choose it over, well, I don't use high-end stuff anyway, but it would always be one that I go to before anywhere else. So I have a new eyeliner that I'm hoping will work, but I'm just gonna go for it. So yeah, this was also in the sale because obviously everything by BeautyBay was on sale, and I do have another one of their eyeliners, which is the green one, which was called Peacock, I believe, and this is in the shade Antique, and this is a nice kind of gold rust shade. And I thought I would just, yeah, I would get one because I really want to get another one, but I'm going to see how this works because I haven't put anything on my lower lash line. I don't feel it will do a lot of difference, but it's got a nice gold tone to it, so I feel like it could bounce off the Utopia shade quite well. So yeah, so far I'm really loving this look today. So yeah, that's really nice. And again, these liners are not expensive. I think on the discount I got it for like £3, if that. And because you don't have to sharpen these ones, I love them because they're just so nice and easy to use. I've got one more thing from there, but I can't use it today because it just won't really work. I got one of the liquid eyeshadows, which was part of their new romantic set that they got, that they released with their palette, that I absolutely love. This is in the shade, I think it's, actually let me just, I might as well just look, Cabanelli, no, I can't even read, Cabnelian, I don't know, but it's a really gorgeous like pink red tone shimmer, which I will use another time because it won't work with this look today. If I'd gone for like a pink look or whatever, it would have worked, but next time. So I'm just going to quickly go and do my lips off camera because it was just saving me some time. Again, I have a lip liner and a lipstick by BeautyBay, so when I come back I'll give my final thoughts on the palette. Okay, and this is my finished look. I absolutely love this lipstick. It's in the shade Sauce. Yeah, it's just one of like my most favorite reds actually, and this is in the shade Heart. So yeah, Heart and Sauce work together perfectly. But yeah, this is my finished look. I'm obsessed with the eyes. I think they have come out really, really well. I took a deep dive for once and tried a blue, and I was like, it worked. I think on the color spectrum it kind of works really well. But yeah, my thoughts on the palette itself, apart from the fallout, it's a really good palette. It's a really good price, like £10, so it's not even what, £1 and something pence per shade. And if it's on sale, it's definitely worth picking up as well. The eyeliner is really nice. Again, I really like the green one, so this one worked really well. Don't know if you can see it that much, but yeah. And next time I will use this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have this palette already, let me know what you think. Does fallout, is that a big issue for you? Because I mean, I don't like making my palette messy, but you know, if it means that there's more pigment, I don't know how that is, but I'm up for it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. And I hope you're having a really good week. I hope you're healthy, happy, and you're safe. And I think in my next video I'm going to announce something. If people follow me on my social media, they'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, happy times are coming finally, and I'll see you really soon. Bye guys.